Hey everyone, did you miss your latest flight? Do bullies pick on you because you're so small? Well, let me help you with your problems. Introducing Rent a Dragon, the only place where you can rent a dragon every week. Once you rent one of our dragons, they'll take you anywhere around the world and defend yourself against your enemies. We have dragons all over the world, including Luck Dragon, Night Furies, Pokemon, and 90s nostalgia. Plus, for a limited time only, you can rent the Jabberwocky, which you can only rent once every Fraptus Day. Rent a dragon. You'll have a good time thanks to this useful reptile. Call now. By popular demand, it's the 9th season of Ninjago. Geez, 9th season? This is starting to get unreal here. So, if you saw my review of the 8th season, I thought it had some strong episodes, great characters, upgraded animation, and is one of the best seasons I've seen in the series. But it makes a lot of sense to greenlit the 9th season because the last one ended on a cliffhanger. Welcome to another episode of the Wonder Reviews. The hunt is on. This is LEGO Ninjago Hunted. So after months of waiting, the ninjas are continuing their adventure. But is it better than last season? Well, let's look at the premise. Lord Garmadon has been resurrected and has taken over Ninjago City with the help of Harumi and the Sons of Garmadon. Lloyd and Nia are hiding from the Dark Lord since Lloyd has lost all of his powers, but the Elemental Masters arrive to help and train Lloyd to recover his powers. Meanwhile, the other ninjas are stranded in the First Realm alongside Wu, who is now a kid. But the team gets ambushed by dragon hunters because apparently their young master is part Oni, and according to the hunters, an Oni's purpose is to spread chaos on the realms. So the ninjas must find a way out of the First Realm and reunite with Nia and Lloyd. This season does step it up a bit from last season. The Lloyd story brought back one of the most interesting characters, the Elemental Masters, and they are still likable with some significant roles. And the First Realm story introduced some background history on not just Wu on how he became a wise teacher, but we learn about his father, the first Spinjitzu master. And what I was surprised about this season is how far it can go over the edge where there might be a character dead more often than it should. The only problem with this season is that it doesn't have a main focus. Now, both of these stories are pretty good by themselves, and this season is mostly focusing on Master Wu and Lloyd for the third time, but they don't really connect much to the main plot. Even Lloyd's story doesn't have a goal to rescue the ninjas from the other realm. The only time that these plots are together is with the last two episodes where the whole team is reunited. In other words, each of these stories are meant for an individual season. Although these two plots don't connect the dots very well, but you can still enjoy them. There are so many characters that appear in the season, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. Some of these characters do share new developments, while the others don't really offer a lot. Lloyd is the main focus yet again, but now he's having doubts on defeating his father since he lost his powers in France, while Nia is there to support him. Then there are the Elemental Masters, with Skylar playing a unique role in the season to maintain her amber powers. Darev is the comic relief of the season, and that's all there is to him. The season tries to give him a development where he wants some powers, but 2 episodes later, that side plot goes absolutely nowhere, and whatever role he played in could have been easily been replaced with someone else. There is also Mistake, the tea owner, who now plays an important role this season, and has an interesting secret which I won't spoil here. Garmadon is back to being the evil Dark Lord from the first 2 seasons, but I will give him points to find a way to keep his mind off of Lloyd as his own son, that way he doesn't feel remorseful to fight him. While Harumi plays the second-in-command with some great interactions with her leader. At the First Realm, the ninjas are still the same, but now they have reversal roles that they are now teachers to Master Wu. Speaking of which, Wu is the most developed character of the season, where we learn about his word wisdom, and since he has no memory on being an adult yet, he still has a personality no matter what age he's at. And then there's the villain of the First Realm, Iron Baron, and honestly, he's actually the weakest villain of the Ninjago series. He's just passed on as a big boss that demands order and power. There's nothing otherworldly about him compared to the other villains. He's not menacing, and he just stands there and let his men do all the work. Because of this entire cast, there are some characters that are not that interesting, but there are still a couple of good ones as well. simple to describe the animation in the Ninjago series. My opinions to this style is almost the same as the other seasons. The character designs are creative, the action scenes are a lot of fun, and the visual effects on the elemental powers are well done. There are some new things that are added to the season that are mostly pretty good. The Stone Warrior is massive to look at compared to the size of Ninjago City, and the action scenes are more suspenseful than they were before. The major criticism I have of the animation in this season are the backgrounds. Ninjago City is fine for what it is, but then you have the First Realm. What's really distracting about this new world is that it looks like it wants to be Mad Max Fury Road. Which, by the way, I haven't seen any of the Mad Max movies, but I have seen the trailers of Fury Road a bit. I can clearly tell that there are some elements that were taken directly from Mad Max, including the makeup and costume designs on the Dragon Hunters, the metal vehicles, and how this entire realm takes place in a desert. So there's no sense of originality in this new world we're in.
Lost are we?
The only thing that's original in the First Realm are the designs of the dragons. At least it's interesting that each dragon has a distinctive elemental power like the ninjas and the other characters. I guess I expect more from this, but the animation is good for what it is. I'll admit it's not on par with Season 8, but this was still an enjoyable season. Ninjago Hunted is a good addition to the series. The episodes are enjoyable, the characters are still likable and developed, and the animation still captures the spirit of the show. I would say if you really want to continue watching LEGO Ninjago, then you'll have a good time with this one. Was this new chapter worth the wait? Yes. And I know this season is still going to keep going. But the big question I have with this series, how long are they going to keep this up? Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to ride in my mail car and find some water. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe me for a new review and other project every week. I'll see you soon.